What is up, guys? Rick Hackus here, going over the Eye of Soul, the unique Trials of Osiris sniper rifle for the House of Wolves DLC in Destiny. Now, I was awarded this gun for opening a legendary Osiris package for getting 8 wins on my ticket. I ended up going 9-0 and unlocked a special new area with unique rewards. If you want to see that, you can click the annotation on screen right now. Now, let's get started with the review. So let's go over the stats of the Eye of Soul. Now you can see rate of fire is pretty decent, impact isn't that decent, range is quite high, like very high, we're talking icebreaker high, and stability is not that amazing, but reload is fantastic. Now that all sounds good, but let's compare it to some other very common sniper rifles. First, let's compare it to the Icebreaker, a very powerful sniper rifle. You can see exactly that. The Eye of Soul beats it almost everywhere except for impact and range. It should be noted that the Icebreaker only barely wins in range, so the Eye of Soul's range is quite impressive for how fast its fire rate and stability and reload are. Now, let's compare it with, of quite a fast-shooting, stable gun, the Prettiest Revenge. You can see here that the Prettiest Revenge actually wins in impact, but the main thing is stability. Look at that stability. And that's where the Eye of Soul really falls behind. It really isn't a designated marksman's rifle like the Prettiest Revenge. With the Prettiest Revenge, you really don't even have to aim for headshots. You can just get 2 body shots very close together. With the Eye of Soul, that's really not an option. You're gonna have to go for those headshots because the recoil is pretty severe. Alright, now let's go over the perks. Firstly, we have an assortment of different optics. Now there's 2 low zoom scopes and 1 of the longest zoom scopes. I would have preferred 1 medium to cover all angles, but this seems to be good enough. I prefer the short range scopes. Now the first perk is very interesting. It's one of the new ones. Army of 1. Unassisted kills with this weapon reduce your grenade and melee cooldown. Very useful, especially for a sniper. A lot of your kills will be unassisted because a lot of your kills will be simply a one-shot kill. So it's very nice just, zooming in, getting those headshots, especially in PvP, and in the meantime having your grenade and melee cooldown lessened. That's quite useful. Now moving on, drawing it faster with quick draw and aiming it faster with snapshot. These are both pretty useful in both PvE and PvP, but I have just increased the range and accuracy. And as you can see with the Send It perk, it is almost filling the entire bar. So you can cross map on pretty much any single Crucible map, so it's very useful there. And lastly, we have Unflinching. This isn't that unbelievably useful in PvE, but in PvP, this is exactly what you want. Often you'll be being shot at by other Guardians when you're trying to get those headshots. And, when using a sniper rifle, your Guardian, its instinct is basically to aim straight up in the air, apparently, when he's shot. But Unflinching will save your life. It isn't as dramatic as I would have hoped, but it's definitely a good perk. So how does this gun perform in PvP? Well, certainly I think that the lower stability matters a lot. Again, compared to the Prettiest Revenge, which is basically a DMR. Again, you don't have to really worry too much about headshots. This gun, you do. You rely on getting those headshots. And although, the recoil isn't unbelievable and you will be able to get 2 body shots in order to finish off an enemy, or if you miss a headshot, you can quickly follow up with a body shot, this is not reliable. You really do need to go for those headshots. Now that really isn't necessarily a bad thing. A lot of players are very comfortable using a sniper rifle and specifically going after headshots. Doing so with this gun, however, will grant you a faster recharging grenade and melee. Both of those things are extremely important to have available in a PvP match, so that's fantastic. Now the lower flinch is also a huge asset to this gun. It's not as substantial as I would have liked. I still ended up getting shot and my gun would bounce up quite a bit. But the bounce certainly isn't as severe, and this perk will end up getting you more kills and or saving your life just because of that reduced flinch. Now this gun does suffer from the great special ammo shortage of 2015, but every special weapon does. And you know, I did find myself kind of running low on ammo a lot of the time, but when I did have ammo, this gun was pretty effective. Now that being said, I mean, if you run something like the Icebreaker, you will never have to worry about that. So in summary, I think this is a pretty powerful PvP sniper. Don't be expecting to get multiple quick shots off in a row. The stability just isn't high enough for that. But if you're a talented player who can reliably get headshots, it is really useful to have your grenade and your melee recharged more often, and you will get those headshots more often because of the reduced flinch of this gun. The extremely high range with Send It doesn't hurt either, especially on those very long range maps. Alright, so let's move over to the Eye of Soul's performance in PvE. Well, this gun certainly seems to be a PvP focused sniper, which makes sense. It is a Trials of Osiris reward, which is a PvP only event. But in PvE, again, this gun really isn't that amazing. If you're using this sniper to be a sniper in order to take down enemies, you know, very quickly and take down bosses, you probably don't want this gun. I mean, the Black Hammer and the Icebreaker are just superior in basically every way. If you are using this for the purpose of, you know, recharging your grenade and melee more often, like if you want your grenade and melee up constantly, maybe if you're doing something in the Prison of Elders, I can see you maybe using this gun just for that perk. But if you want a sniper for the sake of being a sniper, for the sake of taking down enemies very quickly, taking them down from extremely long ranges, again, you're best suited with the Black Hammer or the Icebreaker. This gun is like pretty much every other sniper, it just falls short in comparison with those two heavy hitters. Now that being said, the Eye of Soul certainly isn't a bad gun in PvE. If this is your only legendary sniper, I can totally see you running and liking this weapon. So in summary, the Eye of Soul is certainly a PvP focused sniper rifle. All of its attributes lend itself towards PvP play. However, that doesn't mean it's bad in PvE. In fact, it's quite good in PvE. It's simply unbelievably overshadowed by the powerhouses that are the Black Hammer and the Icebreaker. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe if you want to see Destiny content similar to this. And as always, have a good day.